Guys, I was scared for my life. I don't know how I entered inside the canal. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chamaka Uba and this is Real Talks with Amaka. Guys, today's video is very emotional for me because I'll be speaking about a trauma that I had as a kid that I have never really spoken to anyone about. Not really, I have, but not in depth. So I'm just going to use this opportunity to unpack the things that I don't know. I just feel like making this video because it's kind of like a testimony time, which I give every year. Like I say a thank you prayer to God because trust me, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, I wouldn't be here if not because of God. So yeah. So today's video, I'll be talking about my near death experience as a child. Yes, I think I was around. Give me a minute to calculate. Yeah, so I was around 9 by that time. Like yes, yeah, I was 9 years old. So guys, a lot of things happened on that particular day. So I'm just going to tell the quick story time here. I tried making this video the first time with like a story time, and then I do my makeup while talking about it. Yeah, look at the makeup I did. No, wait, I think I deleted the picture. I deleted it because I deleted the picture. Yeah. So okay, let's start. So on a particular day, on the 27th of January, on 27th of January, there's this cat that is on my fence, guys. I don't know, my windows are closed, but I'm still scared. This cat has been scaring me in my house for a very long time, and I don't even know. It's always hunting for rats in this place. Like I legit saw rats in this cat's mouth one day, and it just passed. I'm digressing. Guys. I'm looking for a way to say this, like, because it's a really sensitive topic when it comes to, like, it's really, really sensitive, yeah. It's a 7th of January 2002. So it was a Sunday. We'd gone to church. My mom and dad goes to a different church that is a little bit farther from our house at Ajawo Estate because we lived at Oshodi then. So it's far from our house. The church is at Ajawo Estate. So we'll go to I and my siblings will go to a nearby church that it's not far, like just a street away. So after church, we were in the parlor. We were watching TV. We were watching Pastor Tunde Bakari on TV, and then my dad came home. Apparently, he has gotten a car. He got a car for himself or for the family. So he called us downstairs. He sent somebody to call us downstairs. So we came downstairs because we stay upstairs. It's like a a single-story building. So we stayed. No, it's a two-story building. I can't remember. Beg, my brain is pinning me. But we stayed upstairs. So he sent somebody from downstairs to call us down, that we should come and see the new car. So we all ran downstairs and we checked out the car. We're so happy because at this point now we'll be going to the church that is very far from home, because you know when you have 5 children, it's not easy to drag them to church. Yes. So we're happy. We're so happy. We celebrated with my dad. My mom came down. My mom was pregnant then. So we were just happy. My dad carried his car. So because he carried his car to go and look for somewhere to park because there was no space in the compound. There's space in the compound where we stay, but apparently, I don't know, the way Lagos land was there. So I think he was not allowed to park in the compound. So he took the car to his brother's place because I had a whole lot of relatives living in the same environment then. So he took it to his brother's place to go and pack it that he's going to come back. So It was not quite long. Let's just say 30 minutes after my dad left, we heard a big sound, like the sound or a loud blast. The blast shook the building. It literally shook our building. And my mom was like, what was that? Then we continued watching TV. Like, guys, this cat again. Sorry. I think I'm just going to close the curtain. So we heard that sound, and my mom was like, what's that sound? Then when we just went about our business, continued watching the TV, and then we heard another sound again. And this time around, powers went out. The building shook and powers went out. And then we're hearing some commotion outside. We went to the balcony because it's a face me, I face you, like a 2 rooms. You know the way old houses used to be now. So we had 2 rooms, 2 bedrooms, then public toilets and bathroom. You get? So we ran outside to the balcony, and then we saw that a lot of people were running around. There were people who were half naked, some people were making their hair, they were all crying, some people were tying towel, some people were wearing, there was even a woman wearing bra, and they were crying. So my elder sister was just laughing, like it was kind of funny though, but we didn't get what was happening. And then it was now up to 5 minutes. We were still trying to observe what was happening. It was now up to 5 minutes. There's somebody who walks along the line, along the area where the issue happened. So he came to the house. He lived in the same compound, So he came to the house. And I was like, people are still here. You have not started running. There's a bomb blast and there is fire coming. As if the fire was on cue, it had its cue, and we just started saying fire on the rail tracks. Like seriously, fire was coming and with speed. Not just there was no time to pack anything. They started running. My mom said, "Oh yeah, you people should come and pack your things." Like no, there was pack your things, okay, guys. This was like when I was 9, so I'm forgetting a lot of things. Not a lot of things though, but we did not pack anything. We started running for our life. I don't even know if we locked our door. I think we locked our door. So we just started running. Everybody, the whole street, everybody was already on the street. Then one of our uncles came around. He was living around like I said, we had a lot of relatives in the environment. So one of our uncles, my daddy's brother, came, and I was like, okay, my mom had to leave us with him, because she was like, I need to, she when she was already downstairs, she realized that she doesn't have any money on her. So if this thing is something that we are all traveling to the east, let her go and get money from the drawer she has in the house. So she needs to go and get the drawer with my daddy's sister. There's my daddy's sister that stays with us. So she's going to go with her to go and get the money. Let him and I and my siblings be going first. Let's start running for our life first. Okay. We are running for our lives, so there were a lot of people on the streets. While I don't share it, this one, the fire don't already follow us. We are running for our lives. So all of a sudden, you know when there are a lot of people on the streets, you will not, like, it's not easy. It's a large group. We're like 5 plus 1, that's 6 people. So it's not easy keeping track of it's easy for you guys to separate. So before I know what was happening, bam, I was running alone. I could not see my families. I could not see any of them, and normally I don't see well. I've not been seeing well since I was 8 years. I have contact lenses, even though my parents did not believe me growing up. But I've not been seeing well, so I could not see my family members. I was looking for them, I could not see them. So I continued running my race on my own. Imagine running that kind of thing, running that kind of race as a 9 years old alone, guys. It was not funny. I was running on my own. I ran from Oshodi to Ajawo Estate, guys. I passed my church. which is at Ajawo Estate. That church that I told you that my mom and my dad goes to, I passed that is far away that they don't take us to, because there was no car then before they got the car. Guys, I ran past that church. We were all running for our life. A lot of things happened. I saw a lot of things on the road, guys. I'm not even joking. Then I don't know where my sister is. I don't know where any of my sisters are. So I shall ran. I kept on running until we got to a canal. Everybody stopped running. When we got to this canal, guys, everybody stopped running, because trust me, there was water. A lot of people, the thing has already, a lot of people in the quest to run away from the fire, they already crossed the water. You know the way swampy area or canals are, or swampy areas are, that it's covered with grass. You won't know that there is water under. While a lot of people were trying to run away from the water, they drowned inside that water. They drowned inside the water. Fortunately for us, when we got to the canal, guys, I'm not even joking. This fire stopped. The fire stopped at one particular place and was just burning there. Crazily, it was serious. It just kept on. It didn't come close to us again. We were already at the edge of the canal. It just stood there and it kept on, like, it just stood in one place. The fire just, I don't know. According to what I remember, yes, it stopped. Before it was like it was pursuing us. God. Guys, I'm not joking. It was like it was pursuing us. We were running from the fire. So it's not stopped at one place. It was just there, rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. And then we just stood there. It was getting, by this time, yes, I'm just saying this thing. We ran for hours, oh. We ran for hours. I ran for hours. I'm saying we because there are a lot of people on the road. I ran for hours, guys. I'm not even joking. I ran for hours. I was running for my life. Something that started, I think, around in the afternoon. I was outside, but the fire. I ran till 7 p.m. Like, we got to the place, to that, close to that canal. We got to the canal by 7 p.m. and then the fire was just in one place. It was just burning and burning and burning and burning. So there's canal now. We cannot cross the road. We're waiting for the fire to finish. The people that can swim, they've already swum to the other side. Me, I don't know how to swim. I really don't know how to swim. So I was just there, and there was this malam that was beside me. He was just praying. He was praying with his what do they call that? Oh, I really don't know what it's called. I can't remember. I know what it's called, but I can't remember. So he was just praying. And then I just kept disturbing this avoki. Please, as the fire stopped, because now there are a lot of people there. I could not really see. I don't know if you understand. I could not really see, and somehow I had gotten to I could not really see. So I kept on asking the aboki, as the fire stopped, is this fire still burning? Is this fire still burning? And then it got to a point, it was like I was disturbing him. So a lot of people climbed the trees to actually see what is happening. Do you get? So I was just standing. The place was cold. I was standing, guys. I was so scared. I'm not even joking. I was so scared. So the place was cold. And then before I knew what was happening, I was just standing on my own, guys. I don't know how I got to where I got to. I don't know how I found myself inside water. Guys, I was scared for my life. I don't know how I entered inside the canal. It was dark, very, very dark. I didn't know how I was inside the canal, and I found myself struggling for my life. Guys, I'm not even joking. I was trying to shout help, and it was as if there was a force that was drawing me back inside the water. Guys, I was drowning. I don't know how two guys were able to see me, and they shouted in Yoruba, there's a girl inside the water, there's a girl. Before I entered inside the canal, I already heard about a 4-year-old girl who drowned in the water. Yes, who drowned in the canal. So before I know what was happening, I was trying to bring myself out. I was trying to shout help. And then I heard a voice that there's a girl inside this water, there's a girl. Then they dived in and brought me out of the water. By this time, I drank a lot of canal water. Hey God, I have drank a lot of canal water. I was so scared for my life. I was so scared for my life. Guys, I'm not even joking. Do you know how many people that died in that water? If you reside in Lagos, there's this place I think around Jakonde or Ikoto, I can't remember. If you go there, you see a lot of the mass burial, whatever. The mass burial. There's this place called mass burial. There were a lot of people died. Like a lot of people died. When you go there, you see a lot of graves. I'm so grateful to God that I survived. I don't know, and it was that canal. They drowned in that canal. They all drowned in the canal. So I came outside and I was like scared. I can never forget. I was putting on a white shirt and a black skirt. So I was just scared for my life. I was like, wow. I drank a lot of the canal water. I was scared for my life. Fortunately, the water have stopped. The fire has stopped burning. And I was like, how am I going to? Everybody has started looking for their way home. And then a lot of people discovered somewhere that they were going to pass. And then when I was listening to people talk, then I heard church street. They were going to church street. And funny enough, this church street is close to where I stay. So I heard two ladies, they were going to that side. Or no, the church street was close to where one of my classmates in school there stay, in primary school there stay. So I was like, let me follow you to that street. I'm going to go and look for the house of my schoolmates, because at this point there was no phones. Okay, there were phones, but it was not as rampant. There was not even this call center that they had then, that you go and make 1 minute call. It wasn't available then. It wasn't rampant then. So that I will go there, and then probably from there I will go to school or something. Let me go there and go and spend the night today. So I followed the two ladies. They were like, I think they're teenagers. So they were teenagers, or they were in their early 20s. So I followed them. They held me. So we were like going. When we passed, we were able to climb somewhere on the canal. We were able to cross over to the other side. I was walking. We now saw road. So I was walking with them. Before I knew what was happening, guys, I heard my name. I heard my name. I heard my name, and then it took me like 30 seconds to recognize that it was my mother's voice that was calling me. My mom was calling me. I don't know how my mom found me. I really don't know, guys. I'm trying to hold back here. I really don't know how my mom found me. But I just heard my name. My mom just shouted, Chiamaka, Chiamaka. I just turned. I said, Mommy, as I wanted to cross the road, motor almost jammed me. But I'm not even joking. Motor almost. I was almost I was almost knocked down by a car. I was almost knocked down by a car. But my mother just said, wait. She now came down. She now took me inside the car, because by this time my mom was looking for all of her children. She doesn't know where any of her children were. All of us were like, everybody don't run, go where I don't know where all of our children are. So funny enough, I was the first person that she saw. So she was not looking for her children. She said, imagine being a pregnant woman and you're looking for 5 of your children, that kind of stress. So she was not looking for her children. She said, okay, let them go and drop me at my uncle's place that stays at Mafuluku then. So they were not affected by the stuff. So people who stays in Oshodi, Ikeja, that was affected. So I was not like, so when I got there, they tried to give me food, but I was not hungry. I don't know. So when I got to my auntie's place, to my uncle's place, my auntie and my uncle's place, so my dad and my uncle went out to look for the rest of my siblings, and I was at their place. Throughout that night, my mom was just praying. She was just praying. She was crying. God, please bring my children back. God, please bring my children back. It was really scary, guys. It was really scary. It's safe to say that that is the scariest day of my life, and I do not want to have that kind of experience again. Guys, I had PTSD for years. For years. I mean, immediately, for a very long time, I had this sensation like I had like something was smelling inside my throat. If I retouch my hair, because my mom retouches my hair once a year. So when she retouches my hair, she relaxes my hair. There's a way she washes off the water. Then normally I do this before anything happened, and I'm always okay. So she bends my head like this to wash it off. She doesn't do it to me alone, she does it to my sisters too, because it's December. She wants us to look good. Normally we're always on low cut. So sorry. So whenever she's doing that, I feel like I'm in that gutter. That's not even a gutter, that canal again. It's like somebody, I'm being submerged inside the canal again. It's like I'm drowning all over again. You know, African parents, they're not as enlightened as we are now. Yes, so we understand what trauma is, but at this point my mom was like, what's wrong with you, Joe? What's wrong with you? She doesn't understand that I am being taken back to that particular situation. Guys, a lot of things happened to me as a child though, but this one is like the biggest one. So it was like I was being submerged inside water again, inside that dirty yamayama smelling water again. So this continued. After a while, it stopped. It actually stopped. Even as an adult, I still have PTSD from that experience. The first time I was side to side. Not, I didn't even get inside the water. Side to side in a pool was in 2018. Yes, 2018. In 2019 was the first time I ever went to a beach. I remember when I was in school, when they would organize beach outing, and I would literally have nightmares the day before the outing. And when I'm telling my classmates then, or my friends then, they'll be like, what's wrong with this one? I said I had a bad dream. Oh. I will literally feel panic attack going there. I'll have a bad dream, guys, like something bad, really terrible is going to happen at the beach. So I got over it. I think I was able to summon the courage in 2019 to go to the beach, guys, before I could even enter the water. God. So I didn't even know what was actually wrong with me. It was until I was much older that I understood that I was suffering from PTSD. Up to today, I still have issues getting into the water. I get into the water, but I'm only standing. I've been trying to learn how to swim since the beginning of this year, but I don't know. Whenever it's time to do something, perform a task, it's like I'm dying. It's like I'm drowning. It's like somebody wants to take my life. Honestly, I really want to learn how to swim, because of the fact that what if I'm in a situation where it is only I can only swim out. Like I'm in a situation whereby my life is at stake and it is only swimming that will save me. What would I have done? Or what am I going to do? That's why I'm trying to learn how to swim, but I'm still trying. I'm finding it hard. They keep telling me you are scared, you are afraid, you are afraid. But why would I be afraid when I've been through what I've been through? Why won't I be afraid? So guys, this is the story for today. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't want to say hope you enjoyed it, because it's very traumatic for me. There was a point of this video that I wanted to cry, and I was like, no. Oh dear, she Hard girl, no they cry. But anyways, guys, tell me that your near death experience that you've had, and if you were able to, if you know about this day that I'm talking about, you can leave in the comment section, share your own experience. I personally feel like that day should be a public holiday in Lagos, but anyways, they don't care about us. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. They don't care about us. The other people died. I'm going to look for the article page one day, page or whatever, to or link an article in the description box so you will know about this day. I'm really, really happy that I'm here, guys. I'm happy. I am happy. I cannot even pretend like I am happy. This is the reason why I always celebrate the number of years I've lived on this earth, because this is one of many near-death experience that I've had. Like, person for just spike, but we did here. We still there, yeah. Can't wait. Like and share my video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Love you. Mwah.